hope you're bulletproof.
Better pack a vest.
Haters in my rear view. Keep a distance, that's what I gotta do.
Gotta do that shit.
DHE's the fucking crew. Cross that line, I hope you're bulletproof.
Better pack a vest.
Yo, it's the Train 702. This is Peter Bob 101 TV, media, podcast, and YouTube. Let's get into it. American Cholo showed up to No Jumper with 100 homies. I can't believe that. I'm not sure. I'm not saying I don't believe it as in I don't believe it. But when I say I don't believe that, that means I just can't believe someone will actually do something like that. That's what I heard. American Cholo went to New Jumper with about 100 individuals, 100 dudes. And I heard another one was like he showed up with 50 guys. Now, what I heard was AD wanted to sit down with American Cholo and speak about the things that's been going on between the black and the brown. And not like that, me personally, I think he just wanted a casual sit down to talk about the issues that's been going on as far as the internet. And what's been going on with American Cholo being racist as shit. Now, let's go back to showing up to No Jumper with 100 guys or whatnot. I'm not sure if that's the correct way of doing things. If I call someone and say, hey, let's sit down and talk, I'm not telling you bring your whole hood. I'm not saying bring everybody that you know to this sit down and let's talk about it. I didn't say, hey man, I'm gonna bring me and my homeboys, you bring you and your homeboys. When I say, hey man, let's sit down and talk, you know, in my opinion, let's sit down and talk as men. And it'll be me and probably a couple of your homeboys that's kind of understanding what's going on here, and we can get some kind of clarity. But I'm trying to wrap my head around how can someone say, yeah, man, get everybody you know in the neighborhood. Let's get the whole neighborhood. Let's get about 100 fools, 100 people, or 50 guys together, and let's go over there and have this sit down. Me personally, I probably have my main homeboy and probably a couple other guys for security, just to be witness, just to come in and just be some representatives. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying, like other countries or whatever. You know, when they say, hey, let's have a sit down, let's have a discussion. You know, they're not bringing their army with them. They're not bringing the best 5 army members with them. They just got some good representative guys around them to come and have a sit down and have a talk, and let's get this shit cleared up. So I'm trying to understand what makes an individual, someone like American Cholo, got to bring 100 guys or 50 guys. To me, that's just unbelievable. And it just, the way he's coming off, he comes off like he's a man. Let's be a man. Let's talk down like civilized individuals, and let's get some shit cleared up. Now, if you do decide to bring 100 guys, you got to know for sure that you're setting an example. You know, you're setting an example like, hey, this is our time to shine. Let's go show these fools what we made out of. And they showing all they people and stuff like that. You know, now AD said he know half of these dudes. Cool. You know what I'm saying? That's still not acceptable how they, you know, we got this term out here in the West Coast. You know, I'm from Cali. I'm in Vegas. That, you know, how you coming? How you coming? Homie, like, how you coming, cuz? How you coming, blood? Like, how you coming, Paru? Or how you coming, dog? Like, I'm coming, like, you know, basically, how you coming is like, hey, look, I'm coming like this. We deep, we thick. Like, you know, I'm still active. I got all my homeboys with me. We're gonna come and show out. And that's how I feel like American Cholo did. Like I said, once again, I don't want nobody to get this disrespected. I don't got no issues with American Cholo. I don't know him personally. It's just the stuff that he put on the internet, you know what I'm saying, got me kind of bothered, because the shit that he talks about sometimes matches up what he's doing. And sometimes the shit that he talks about don't matches up what he's doing. And he'll speak a little bit on peace and togetherness to a limit, but then you look behind him, he got all his homeboys with him. Now, just imagine if the table was turned when a person like myself, a black man, show up with 100 of my niggas with me, or 100 of my banging homies with me, and we came up there and we just want to sit down and talk, homie. Like, it don't look like you want to sit down and just talk. You're here to make a statement. You here to you know, you here bringing your homies. It's a reason behind that. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm saying, I'm trying to understand, and if people can help me understand, you know, I understand the Hispanic culture. Their main thing is sticking together, you know, family over everything, and sticking together no matter what. I get that, you know. Us black folks, we have a little hard time doing it, but nowadays I believe that we're doing a good job of sticking together. You know, I think we always been sticking together. We just have minor issues like everybody else. Some people tuck them, brush it under the rug, you know, throw it in the closet. Our shit isn't open. We don't, you know, I don't think we decide to cover shit up. We're not a, you know, where I come from, you know, how my parents raised me, whereas we don't really just cover shit up. You know, pretend like everything's all right. If we're going through shit, we're going through shit. People, it will show. My mom will put on an attitude in front of everybody. My mom will cuss me out or beat me up in public. So, you know, we'll put our shit out there, you know. But I realize some other race. I'm not a racist. You know what I'm saying? A racist, I think, in my opinion, a person that loves their race, or somebody hate other races. You know, either way, man, it's racist, bro. You just can't love your entire race. You know, I understand you love an individual for the individual what have done for you, or the individual, you know, you love because y'all got respect for each other, but have respect for a whole race. You got to call yourself racist. It's a good term, bad term, however you want to put it. Some people say, hey, you love your race, but I love mine, but you still racist. Oh, I hate yours, you hate mine. That's racist. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm just trying to wrap my head around, is it okay to show up to a sit down, which is, I'm pretty sure this is important. You know, this is priority. Showing up to a sit down, a must needed sit down with 100 guys, 100 of your guys, 100 soldiers, 100 compadres, however you want to say. Is that acceptable? I mean, put yourself in somebody else's shoes. What would happen if a black would say, hey, let's just sit down and talk about it, and then I pulled up with 100 or 50 guys? Believe me, man, me being black and going through life, you know, my age, I'm a little older and shit. Me going through life, man, if I showed up with 50 people, I'm already stereotyped, and it's like, oh man, here these black guys trying to start shit. They don't know how to be a man. They don't know how to sit down and negotiate. They always have issues. They ghetto as fuck. They don't got no house training. You know, they got no respect for other people. I mean, I heard it all just for the small shit, just for forgetting to do something. They think I'm just a forgettable, I forget something, I'm retarded. I'm not well educated. I need to get my fucking shit together. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, it's not that. I see a lot of other races make those same mistakes, but once again, we get hammered on, and now we in a position to try to really do things on a proper level, right? By sit down and let's have a discussion instead of acting like some wild child. And now the tables is turned. Now the essays or Chicanos or the Hispanics out in LA, well, American Cholo folks or American Cholo decide it's a good idea to pull up with all his homeboys. At least, I guess they're gonna say at least 100 guys, because they claim they got a lot of homies and shit. So they're gonna pull up with 100 homies. And I'm trying to still understand, is this correct? Is this right? Is this what we going about life? And us black folks, I'm gonna get back to what we're saying, but man, I'm just wanna put this out there. Is it okay, yes or no, to pull up to a meeting, sit down, a much needed sit down, and pull up with 100 or 50 guys or homies or whatever you want to call family members, whatever? Is that okay or not? Me personally, that is not okay, man. That's not how you conduct your business. And there's a good example all around the world, all over YouTube, all over the news, all over the place. You can see when somebody say, let's sit down, let's talk about it, they bring in their trustees, they bring in a good representative, and they sit down and they talk about it, and it's over and out. If it's clean, it's clean. If it's not, they'll let you know, man, this is not the last of it. We're going to continue to keep talking. That's it, and that's all. I'm going to be back to you about the blacks, man. Peace out.